Okay, I don't know what just happened. I mean, I made $60, so after accounting for all the fees, I'm probably gonna walk away with around 50, 49.50. So, 'cause I'm gonna cash that shit out. But man, oh, so that was that handy job I was just talking about earlier. I had to wait 30 minutes before I could like leave, but and it's like, remember what I said about there being an issue not being able to call a customer? Well, somehow I was able to call them once. Once I got there and checked in, it let me call them. So I'm like, okay, that's cool, I guess. Hold on, I'm gonna see what's hang up, what the hang up is on this stream about that connection. I know it's all choppy and whatnot. Anyway, yeah, so I waited 30 minutes. So here's what happened. So I get to the job. I'm there 5 minutes early. I'm like, all right, it's all good. And I check in. It lets me call the client. Goes straight to voicemail. Call them again. Goes straight to voicemail. Like, that's really weird. And the voicemail was set up so the person told me their name and everything and on the greeting. I don't know. And I couldn't even leave a voicemail because the voicemail box is full. Go figure. So I can't remember if I make it right or if I go straight. I'm just gonna make it right. Yeah. So, yeah, I made it the right way. So, knock on the door. I ring the doorbell. Nothing. It's like 11:05 now, and I'm standing in front of the door for like the past 10 minutes, and no answer, nothing. And I scroll through, and I'm like, well, how does Handy want me to handle this? I'm gonna do it by the book their way. See what we can do. It tells me I have to wait 30 minutes. Wait 30 minutes, and if they still don't answer, you get paid up to 3 hours, but you label them as a no-show. Client's not home. So I took pictures of me right in front of their house, and I even got out my clipboard, which I'm glad I pulled this out because I found I've been looking for this thing for months, and I found it, thank God, just because I looked in there. So I take care of business with writing them out a thing. Like, I took a picture of it, put it a part of that. So when I sent them the invoice for the job or whatever, because you have to close out the job. There's not like a cancel button, or if you cancel, you get feed. You owe Handy $50. So you have to close out the job, but you label it as a no-show. So I label it as a no-show, write out my thing. I wait. Oh, okay, it's time. So I write out my thing, take a picture of it so the client gets it, and so Handy gets it, so it's all documented. And on top of it, I took that letter I wrote, folded it up, put it underneath, like I slid it in the little plastic that's wrapped around one of the boxes that they had, because they had their Wayfair furniture right in front of the house. It's like these people, I don't know what they were expecting, because when I got there, all the furniture had been delivered, but they just left it in front of their house. So obviously it's going to go in the backyard. So why not take it to the backyard? No, we're going to have the Handy guy move it. He's going to come and assemble it, so he's going to move it from the front to the back. It's like, I'm here for assembly. I'm not here to move your shit. So, but it didn't matter anyway, because they weren't even fucking there. So, now I'm headed home. So I was talking about earlier. You know, I want to be at home writing, hanging out with the kids. So I made money today because you get paid up to 3 hours, which is cool. And it's like you get paid for the job that you were going to go do, but you couldn't do it because the client, I don't know what they were thinking. Obviously, I don't know why the truck is so bumpy. Is it the road? It's like really, really bumpy. Well, no, this is a shitty part of the highway. Anyway, yeah, man, it didn't turn me off. I mean, it's something for better than nothing, and at least I'm not out there sweating all fucking day. Anyway, holy shit, man. appliance repair or cell phone repair? Can you elaborate on that? Are you in reference to like some gig economy app-based stuff? So I know Pulse is one. Pulse does cell phone repair. Fucking asshole, man. Jesus. What the fuck is wrong with people? Yeah, could you elaborate on that? Appliance repair, huh? Or do you mean working for a company? See, I've repaired phones before. It's not hard. You just got to be delicate with it. An appliance, that's basically like repairing like a furnace, like I've done it many times. And I'm just saying because like I like being able to work independently. I like being able to have my clients and all this, that, and the other. Different hustles that can make you six figures. So here's the thing with cell phone repair. I'll have to take a look at what he's talking about. I will take a look at that. What's that? Yeah, I'll definitely take a look at it. The cell phone thing, I wouldn't put much credence in cell phone repair because in the parts alone, it's extremely expensive, and you'd have to charge a crazy amount of money just to make a profit. And when you compare yourself, like buying the parts, going out, hooking, the time you have to resource leads and stuff for people that you can repair their phones, you're gonna make a crazy amount of money. Maybe you'll make $10 profit per phone if you're lucky because of the markups on everything, or just how expensive things are. Like companies like a cell phone repair shop or whatever, they're able to make crazy amounts of money, but they buy in large volume. When they buy like an iPhone screen, they buy an iPhone screen for relatively cheap. The downside is if you get a non-certified Apple technician, a non-certified technician to work on your phone, it will not work anymore if it's an Apple phone. It will not work properly. For example, everything in the Apple phone is tied into itself. The hardware and the software speak with one another on a whole new level. So if you replace your screen by a non-certified technician that doesn't have access to all properly set that up, because Apple owns all that shit and they don't just give it out to people that are non-certified, then you replace the screen, you can no longer change the brightness on your screen. Change your fingerprint reader. Oh, your fingerprint reader will no longer work. Not even the clickiness of the home button. Like some companies, just you can't do it with realistically. So Apple's one that you really couldn't do it with it because you would cause more issues by fixing it than just leaving it as is. And then if you go over to Android, a lot of Android phones don't have the same issues, right? You can just easily buy a third-party replacement part and swap it out. The downside is cost. You can get Apple screens for relatively cheap, but the cost of an Android screen or battery or what have you is way more. How to get work from third-party warranties. That's what I'm talking about. See, that's more up my alley, right there. Explain that to me. Tell me, what do you mean you don't have the money for it? So this is like an upfront investment thing to get into? Because obviously I'm streaming right now, so I can't watch this guy. But that the whole third-party warranty thing and getting in touch with those guys, that does tickle my fancy, as it were. So tell me about that. What would be required to get started on that? That's something that I'd definitely be down to do. Pardon me. So sorry. It's this damn vape. There's a lot of buildup in my throat. It's probably a bad sign. Oh, no. Walk the fuck away from that. No. The boot camp, the master class, Every bit of information that he's hiding behind that, you can find for free on the internet. The hard part is you got to know what to look for. That's the thing that's fucked about the internet. You can find anything on there, but unless you put the right words in, you're not going to be able to find what you're looking for. But trust me, everything that he's talking about, you can get that exact same information for free. Do not. No, that's how these channels make money. Oh my, I've went on rants about this before. These boot camp master classes are all scams. They're just feeding you information. Like, they might be successful. They might know all this stuff, which is very true. I don't deny that fact. But the truth of the matter is all information you can get for free. I am going to press that for you right now, man. Don't save up your money to get into his boot camp, because I guarantee you, after that boot camp, you'll have this new information. You'll start Googling this stuff just to double check everything, and then you'll find that same information that he told you already freely available on the internet. I'm telling you, it's gonna happen. It's not like he's the only person on the planet that knows this stuff, okay? So trust me when I say this. Do not fall for that. Don't fall for that. So many of these master classes, they try to sucker you in. Like, yeah, they're charismatic. They have good ideas. They present something that has crazy potential. But then they frame it, and I talked about this in my stream earlier, they frame it in such a way to where the only way you can get access to that same information is by going through their boot camp, by going through their master class. No. I'm telling you. There's a guy I followed on YouTube. He used to own a video production company, right? He would make like advertising videos, basically. Long story short, he would do videos for clients, video production. And he had a master class on video production, on how to start up a video production company, how to make money, how to get clients, this, that, and the other. And all of his YouTube videos already on their own kind of gave really, all the master class was the same information on stories and examples from his life. So in the videos, he wouldn't give as many specific examples of what he did, but he would give you the generalization of how you're supposed to go about doing it. In the master class, all the information he gave was the same information that's already available on his YouTube channel, but then he added in, oh, this is exactly the map that I did. This is how it worked for me. All right, so there was nothing really different. And the same information that he gave is already open and out there. So I don't want you to get scammed or anything. But how do you think I got my electrical license? Take a course that costs 5 times what it's charging. I don't understand what you mean. So he's got a boot camp that's going to give you information, right? Getting a license to do electrical is night and day from being information. That's what I'm saying. Okay? So if you spend money to take the courses to get certified, it's going to be with you for a very long time. Okay? His information is just that. It's just information. It's just words. It's words that you can find elsewhere. That's where I'm coming from. Prime example with me. I spent a crazy amount of money when I first started. 18 grand, actually probably more than that. Well, the VA covered it, thankfully, but it ate into the rest of my GI Bill. And that I went to school, which I'm not saying that you shouldn't go to school. Definitely, it helped me a lot. I got a lot of knowledge. I got the fact that I went to school, like, is very beneficial. All of those happy, fine. Looking back, if I wanted, I could have just done the research on my own, learned about like what I needed to do to pass the Universal EPA certification course, paid $100 to take the test, and then gotten my certification, my licensing. That's all I needed to do. But instead, I went to this school and did all this stuff, which, once again, I'm very glad that I did it, but it cost more than just the $100 to go and take care of it. No, that's not. All right, you're kind of butchering what I'm saying. There's a difference between licensing and then formal education. For certain jobs in the world, you do need a formal education. For a lot of jobs that involve like a trade, like stuff like that, you can get basic certifications and licensing that can help get your foot in the door to a company that can propel you even forward. Prime example, electrical. You want to get your electrical certifications, right? Go to school, do your stuff, get your electrical certifications. That gets your foot in the door to a company where you can get an apprenticeship or a union or whatever. So that way you can get more education with the company or union that you're with and further your career. That's night and day difference from the other thing that we're talking about, okay? When you're a doctor, there are certain standards that need to be upheld, like HVAC. Going to school helped me get my foot in the door with a company. Having a universal EPA and making sure that I know bare minimum just that, I could still get my foot in the door. That's where I'm coming from, and that's what I'm talking about. Okay? The example you gave of a doctor is a bit exaggerated. It exaggerates the issue a bit much, okay? It seems like what you're doing is that this guy got in your head so much that you feel that, no, he's right, I need to take his course. I have to take his course. It's the only way I can do this. Hey, man, it's up to you. If you want to waste money on a course, here's what I'm telling you. Go ahead and do it. Go ahead, save up your money, take this guy's course, and then a month later, come back and tell me, oh, shit, you were right. His course was all right. His course was cool, but all the information, it all amounted up to shit that he could have just told, that I could have just found out on my own. He did not give me anything worth more than a Google search. That's all I'm saying. I'm not telling you how to live your life. You want to go waste money like that? By all means, go ahead. All right? Do it. It's fine. It's not gonna end my reality. But if that's what you want to do, then so be it. I'm just trying to look out for you, man. You're a viewer. So obviously my viewers, I'm going to give my 2 cents to. I'm going to let you guys know, hey, man, we're all trying to be successful. We're all trying to bounce. Like, prime example, you gave me a wonderful idea. This third-party appliance repair warranty bullshit, whatever. Dude, that sounds perfectly up my alley. I'm going to do some research on my end. I'm going to check this out. This guy's, this whole boot camp stuff sounds like a massive scam. Besides that fact, he probably does have some good knowledge on his YouTube channel. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to check out his YouTube channel, get some ideas rolling on in my head, and see what I can do with the information that he does provide ahead of time. As far as the boot camp, though, it's garbage. I'm not even going to... You've given me that information, and I'm going to do what I got to do on my end to look further into it. Yeah. Absolutely. Alright, I'm getting into an area where the receptions might be pretty bad, so any last questions, you guys hit me with it. I don't want to lose you guys, basically, but I'm headed over to Walmart. You gotta pick up milk. These things are, I don't know what it is with these glasses, like they're always dingy. Part of me just wants to go to Smith's, man. Every time I go to Smith's, I never have an issue of in and out, all good. Can't stand Walmart. It's like just walking in there, that slog from one end to another, bro. Yeah, whatever else you got, bro, you can hit me. Oh yeah, what's the name of that guy's channel again? What, JK Hustles? I'll give you guys all the details. I could totally do that, no problem. But that's sketchy as fuck, because all the information, guess who does? The people in my comment section down below, because we are a very tight-knit community in the gig economy. Sorry for your loss, bro. Oh, it was a handy job, so I still got paid up to 3 hours. So they're gonna pay out $60 for the job. Which they, obviously they charge the client because, how it is. They pay out $60 for the job, which after all the fees and shit, I'll make like $49. So it's better than nothing. At least I don't gotta be out there in their backyard in the sun. So what I was telling the guys earlier is I waited, I called, no answer, because once I checked in, I was able to call. Called like 4 or 5 times, no answer. Went straight to voicemail. Voicemail was full, couldn't even leave a message. The chat functionality in the app wasn't working, so I couldn't like text them. I knocked on the door. I rang the bell for like forever and nothing. And there was 3 fucking cars there, and I swear I could hear people inside. It's like, I know people are home. Why the fuck aren't they answering? So I go back out to the truck, wait for the 30 minutes. During that time, I wrote a letter saying, hey man, y'all motherfuckers, you know, it was very tactful. I was like, hey, I closed out the job. And I do not feel bad about it, because if you're gonna pay for a service, right, you pay for the service, but answer the fucking door. If you're not gonna answer the door, well, we're not gonna stick around. So I'm not waiting there because it was, for some reason in Handy, it was listed as our job. That's not that long of a job. Anyway, long story short, made something better than nothing. As always, I'm your so glorious, beloved Mace Valor, signing off.